Good afternoon, John. How are you today?
I'm great, Damon. How about you?
Oh, I'm not doing half bad. I just looked out here in the shop and saw you guys kind of organizing things, getting things ready to where they're going to set, and I thought it'd be a really good time to talk about some of the equipment we use.
Sure.
And so, yeah, I mean, obviously you're standing in front of, I don't even know, what are those?
So, a couple axial John air movers.
Okay.
These are what we would typically use for anything going upwards, lower profile, lower power draw, but really, really good at focusing an area. You can also lay them in a couple different ways and move air kind of however you want, because they can stack anywhere, because they also have venting on the bottom that pulls air through.
Right. So now we've got those, and we've got these other...
So these guys are a little bit of a different thing, still an axial fan, a lot more power coming through it in a bigger area.
I gotcha.
So if you look at those guys, they have a smaller nose to them. This one has a bigger face, which means more airflow coming towards the wall, hits a bigger portion of the wall.
Sure, fair enough.
Yep.
And then we're blowing that directly into these guys here, right?
Dehumidifiers.
Well, not
we got
directly, I guess.
Yeah, well, so these guys will be set in the middle of the room.
Okay.
And in the middle of a vortex, for lack of a better word, that I'm sure the video will kind of show you guys.
Fair enough.
And air's moving in a circle, getting pulled back into these guys to transfer that cold, wet air into dry, hot air.
Okay.
Exhausts it back into the room, and then it just kind of competes cycle and keeps going and going and going.
Hot air gets more moisture out of the woodwork.
Exactly.
So we go. Okay. And these little guys here, what are we working with there?
So these are just different kinds of air scrubbers, negative air machines to some people. It just depends on who taught you, really. But all they're used for is keeping people's environments, their homes, safe from our environment when we start opening walls up.
Okay.
Because we can test for asbestos, we can do all of those things, but you just never know what's going to be behind the wall.
I gotcha. So these are basically just big filters for the air.
100%. And
we
keeps negative air pressure so nothing escapes our room.
So the room we're working in, the dirty room, if you will, is always sucking in so nothing gets back out.
Exactly.
Gotcha. All right, fair enough. Gosh, we got a lot of equipment here. So what? These guys here, other more fans, air movers, what do we call these?
So air movers, and there's tons of different types. These ones are a little bit older, but they do kind of the same things as these thinner guys, except they're heavier and they have more power draw to them.
Fair enough.
So typically you want to kind of go with these ones. The technicians would like this a little bit more,
I gotcha.
rather than something like this.
Yeah, I know. I've had people talk to me in the past about floods they've had. And, oh yeah, I had a flood. It was fine. I just I had a couple of box fans for my bedroom. I put that on, and it was dry in a few hours. So, I mean, looking at these fans, there's a lot of work that goes into that.
We have a lot more airflow than the box fans that you would just get at like a Target or Walmart or something.
Absolutely.
But you know.
Okay, and so before fans, obviously, I'm thinking we sometimes
different
why don't
kinds.
you just talk to me about this?
Yeah,
That might be easiest.
This is an extractor. You can also clean carpet with it, but we typically use it to suck water out.
Okay, so that's
and
when
so
you got a lot of standing water to get started.
To dry something, it makes the most sense to get the most water out first before you attempt to dry something.
Yeah.
You're starting at a better place.
Fair enough. Yeah, absolutely. And what on earth is this guy with all these hoses and whatnot?
So this here is what we call a serum machine, but is a machine that we use to shoot the solution that we use to clean things with.
Okay.
Yep, and it's hydrogen peroxide based machine. Make sure to clean it. It actually shoots the cleaning product at a certain PSI, so we're able to shoot underneath stud work, clean out underneath stud work and stud walls rather than leaving that kind of stuff for somebody else to deal with.
Okay, so if we just, as a homeowner, got some hydrogen peroxide and dumped it on, that'd be basically the same thing?
You would be doing about 75% of what this would do.
Oh, so this is a lot stronger.
A lot stronger, also has an accelerant added to it, and also has pressure added to it, so you can get behind spaces, flush things out underneath walls and everything like that, whereas a pump can or something just
Now, when you say accelerant, are we talking a jet engine, or what do you mean?
So it's a liquid accelerant, and it just helps the serum do its job a little bit faster.
Oh, like a chemical catalyst.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. Perfect. Well, hey, I appreciate that. I know you guys are trying to get a lot done here, so that we can have a nice shop to work out of. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.